Good morning. Thank you for joining me, Coach Michael, on your Monday morning. Recently, I was speaking to a client that just went to a wedding of a friend of his that he went to college with and went and studied the bar with. And it's been several years since he spent some time with him. He went to the wedding, and when he came back and we had our first coaching call, he shared about his trip and the wedding and how much fun it was. But he also mentioned that, Coach, my friends seem a little different now. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, I don't know. They just seem different. I can't relate to them like I used to. And the conversation I had with him is I told him that you have now created what I call the gap. And let me explain. Eric has been a client for more than 4 years now. This conversation was had a while back. And any of you who are working on yourself to be your best, you're reading all sorts of books to learn how to be a better communicator, how to be a better leader, how to be better in business, how to be a better person. Just learning all these different skills and traits to become better and shine up your act so you can show up better each and every day. Any of you who have taken on a coach, someone that personally challenges you and then gives you insight and skills and techniques to get better, what happens is you are consistently working on yourself. And as months go by, you may not notice a difference, but 6 months, 12 months, you look back and say, oh my God, I'm not the same person I was a year ago. And what happens is you create a gap between you and all the folks that are not doing the same work on themselves that you are doing on you. And that's just simply the way it works. And I'm sure many of you had conversations with people that after you had the conversation, you would look to someone and say, they just don't get it. Well, of course they don't get it. The reason they don't get it is they haven't done the work you've done on you for themselves, so they haven't got to that point to truly understand the significance and the wisdom that you brought to the table because you have gone through the process of where you now get it. I had a coach say to me a long time ago, something that really took the pressure off me when I was frustrated because I wasn't where I wanted to be. And he said, Mr. Dill, you're exactly where you're supposed to be in the process. And for all of you listening today, you all are exactly where you're supposed to be in the process. Whether you're going through a great time or whether you're going through a significant challenge right now, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Because everything that happens forces you to step up and learn from it and get better. And when you pursue that and persevere, you look back at that and say, oh my God, that was the best learning experience I ever had. And the more experience you have like that, and the more you are consistently going outside your comfort zone, and you're being challenged not only by yourself, but by others to consistently go outside your comfort zone and do things you haven't done before to get better, you consistently create a gap between you and a lot of people that aren't doing the same work. So don't get frustrated the next time you speak to somebody that doesn't get it. Don't get frustrated when you meet somebody that you've known for years that you haven't seen for a while and you realize, like, wow, they're not the same person. No, they are exactly the same person they were a year ago. The difference is you're not, because you've put the work in and you've advanced in your growth and you have now created the gap. It's not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a way of saying, good job, you're doing the work, praise yourself for consistently going outside your comfort zone and doing whatever it takes for you to become that much better each and every day. Because as you compound that over days, weeks, months, and years, there'll be a day you'll be sitting back saying, oh my God, how did I get here? and you be really looking at the success you've created for yourself, because you could pat yourself and say, you've done the work. So congratulations to your future on doing the work. Don't get frustrated about the gap. Just be happy that you're the one out in front because you've done the work. I hope this has been valuable to you. Hopefully it's given you something to think about. As always, I want to thank you for joining me, Coach Michael, on your Monday morning. I want to wish you a productive and profitable week. And I'll see you next Monday. Again.